to be here, and I don't want my kids to have to go through what I'm going through with my mom, where I have to take care of her. I don't want to be a burden on them so much, because I know hopefully they will take care of their mom and she, but I'm doing this for them, for the next generation. It's a bigger picture, and I realize that it's a bigger picture of what we're doing. No, we can't save everybody. I ain't trying to save everybody, because I know I can't save everybody. But if we can just help as many women as we can, then we have we have we did something. We can help just one woman. It's an accomplishment towards us, and I think that's awesome that we have a platform to be able to discuss some issues that we have going on in our community, and it's not going nowhere. It's rapiding. It's going very fast. To the point where I'm still trying to keep up. I'm still trying to keep up, because sometimes we get so beside ourselves and just thinking about ourselves, and I realize that there's so much stuff that's going on.
Right.
So much going on with our kids, pregnancy, and they have to experience single mom and being a single mom, or HIV. Sometimes we forget about that, because like you said, we have so much going on in our own life that we forget that all these things are going on around us.
It ultimately affects us as a community as well. All of it does.
Yes, it does. It affects us. It really does, because I think we have to come to a solution to the point where we have to take back our community to the point where, like you said, the garden, garden in the backyard. Go down to your city and go down there as well. Go down there, come up with some ideas or some things that, because we, on Fridays, we have youth night when we have kids that come. That's a great opportunity for you to come and teach and mentor the kids. We do it every Friday, from 6 to 10. Well, 6 to 9, but sometimes they stay up to 10 because some kids don't be want to leave. And it's in this community. Okay. It's right in the community, and them kids look forward to coming every Friday.
Okay.
They range from let's see, I guess from 8 to probably 15 now. And my daughter's 16. Sometimes she comes, but so you may have a little older, but it's like it's school kids, and there are and like I said, that's a great opportunity for you to come mentor to the girls, mentor to the boys, so it's always a way to reach out to your community or to the kids.
Right.
There's a way out here, and one of them is here on Fridays with our kids, so we can't get to the point where we just complain about it, what's going on with the kids and stuff, and
not doing anything to help.
And not doing anything to help.
Right, that's true.
Because I'm pretty sure there are some kids out here, you probably don't want to do it because they're so disrespectful, but then you gotta get to the point why they're disrespectful, what's going on in their home. So we can't get to the point where we just give up on them. Give up on our kids, give up on ourselves, give up on our women's, our men's.
Right.
Because our family. Because no one have a perfect family. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be some dysfunctional. But there got to be somebody in the family be like, look, enough is enough. We got to, you know what I'm saying? We have to be that person that, be that you want somebody else to be.
And I feel through the kids, we can possibly reach their parents.
Yes.
Bring the parents.
Yes.
Have something separate, they all could come out, something separate where they can having mingle and stuff like that. That'd be good, I think.
Yeah. And I agree with that. And it's gonna get hot. You know, well, it is hot, but you know the kids been ready to get out of school, so they gotta have something to do. They gotta have something to keep their mind going. You know, keep their minds working. You know, not just because nowadays kids all they want to do is sit in front of the computer or play the game and not get outside, get some vitamin D. You know, even the family get some of this. Sunlight. Like I said, everything that we need, God created. He created it.
Yes, He did.
The sun from when it get night to the rain, but we complain about it. Oh, it's too cold, it's too hot, but we gotta understand that all these things is helping us.
It's needed.
And
it's
you feel
needed.
better too when you go outside. If you're in the house for a whole day, you stay in the house. I promise you, when you go outside, you feel a lot better. Physically. Yeah,
because you gotta understand they did something going on back then. They didn't have all this the stuff that we have now. So they did something, and so I think we had to also get back to the basic of what did they do?
What worked?
What worked for them?
And it wasn't something that was long drawn, elaborate, just basic stuff.
Basic stuff. Basic stuff. And now it's not even. We don't have to wait for it. It's like what I'm trying to say. Back then it was probably hard for them. It was not as much. It wasn't hard for them to get to the things that trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. Forgive me. But like you said, there's Google, there's opportunity for the learn. Because back then they had to figure it out, how to do it.
And they probably did word of mouth, like not Google.
Yeah.
And they got around,
Yeah, and people would just do like a referral, and you tell the next person, we give away free food on Sundays. Everybody go around there and get free food on Sundays. So word of mouth, probably stuff like that.
Yeah. So right now it's quick for you. You want to learn how to. I have some gentlemen that they have their own farm. And they give gardening classes.
They have it in East Point or?
It's off, I think it's Westlake area.
Okay, so it's not too far.
Yeah, I think it's at Westlake, yeah. But they have a farm and they do gardening classes from 12 to 2.
For children or adults, families?
Anybody who want to,
I want to go, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Anybody that want to go. They do it every Sunday. And they have their own farm. And they grow their, oh man, the pictures that you see. That's on Instagram and some, if they ever just taste the fresh, growing your own goods and food is fun, and that's we have to stop being lazy, knowing that it's already there.
I think one of the things we have to do is, going back to when you talked about actually working with the young people and even their parents, is that we got to come up with innovative, fun, interactive stuff. And it's like, you got to learn, figure out your target audience, see what they like, and then learn how can we engage them, get them engaged. Let them see how important it is for them. Yeah. So we show them pictures that you go out there and hey, you can do this stuff in your home. Mm-hmm. So you get your tomatoes here. This is how you prepare the simple, quick meals. Try this smoothie to see how it tastes. So, different things to get them interactive. Yeah. So, like you were saying, not just to talk about it, but to actually come up with solutions to get to that point, and us all working together to make it happen. And then also, I feel like you're doing a great job because you're leaving a legacy for your children and for the community.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with that. And when you say smoothies, I'm all for smoothies. I love smoothies, and that's like a quick way for you to get, all your ingredients that you need, all the vitamins and stuff you need at one time. That's a way. You go to Family Dollar, get a cheap little blender, and make some time and just just make it, things to smoothies up. I'm out. I love smoothies.
And that'll be something fun to teach the kids. This is make it dance. Oh yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. And it don't taste bad. It's pretty. It's good, and it's fresh, and it's good for our bodies. So that's pretty much it's all about, just, encourage and uplifting and, lifting each other and come together, unity. You know, I'm still trying to see like what did we come to the point where we got so divided? Like, why to the point where because it's like the divide is really just.
Well, you know, that's how they conquer us. I believe they divide and conquer us.
Labels, categories, economical, education.
Right.
Those are simple ways to divide people.
Divide and conquer.
And they're getting sick. Like, we divide it and we getting sick and we getting just, you know, you seeing so much violence on the news to the point where the suicide rate is going up. I seen something on the news at work where it's a drug now. If you just touch it, you can die.
It's just, I try not to watch the news too much.
Yeah, me
because
either.
the news is so negative.
It's very negative.
It's depressing. It would depress you.
It will make you sad. Wonder why you still alive.
Yes,
you looking around what's going on.
Yeah, and I agree. You know, I'm trying to figure out. There's so much stuff going on. Yeah, and at work, I don't have no choice but to watch it because it's like right there in front of me, and they say the same old thing over and over
again. Program your head
and over again. That's part of our health too. We gotta learn how to turn off the TV.
Yes. I'm a TV fan.
Me either. I have a TV in my room.
Well, I'm kind of guilty and say I'm more of nature stuff because that kind of cools me down. Right. So I can see the same lion and chasing the gazelles for over and over again, and it just calms me down. Right. So I don't keep up with the reality shows or anything like that. I don't watch news.
Yeah, that is foolishness.
All I do is just watch nature stuff.
Yeah, because it gets in your brain too. I don't hear anybody say you continue to watch the same thing over and over again. You become desensitized to it. So now if I hear somebody got shot by a cop or got ran over, you don't even flinch now, do you? You hear it and see it so much, you become immune to it. Yeah, and that's scary. So you need to be programmed, but that's not normal. That is abnormal.
It does program. It's called entertain for a minute for a reason. It's entering into you. So
especially if you look at it before you lay down.
Yeah, and all that stuff plays a part in our brain system.
Yeah, it's visually internalized. Your head breaks it down.
And everything. I have to. It's funny to me. I'm like, these folks, and it's not real. It's like I feel like, you know, because I don't know if like reality shows, when you meet them in person, you be like, oh, this you know, like.
Right.
You know, they're not. I'm pretty sure they're not like. I hope they're not like that. You know, in person, the way they act on reality. You know.
That's embarrassing.
I think it's all about ratings, so if they can get them to do.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, do you want yourself to be presented like that? Because that's film. That will be forever you. That people will see. You might not have even been like that, but people look at TV and say, "Oh, she's like that."
And they're not thinking about the generation. They're not thinking about the next generation coming around. They think that. That's how you're supposed to act.
That's normal.
It's not. It's very.
That's how you're supposed to act, like in school, disrespectful and stuff. It's not good for our generation of kids. You know, and that's why you have so many suicide rates going up. That's why you have so much disease rate going up, because they're promoting this stuff like it's right. It's okay for you to have sex with this person. It's okay for you to have sex with that person. It's okay for you to drink this lean and do all that.
And you have an overdose and die, or you can get an STD or STI.
And it's all okay. It's okay for that. So they are teaching our kids, and that's play a big part of our mental health as well.
Right.
You know, because our kids want to be like that on that reality show.
And it's teaching people, a lot of people that don't know us, that's their perception of it.
Mm-hmm.
The only perception they realize
is screaming
is what they see. Yeah, that's how black women are. No, it's not.
You know, riding around in leased vehicles and, you know, having a extravagant life, and you wondering, what are you doing to have that extravagant life? You have to work. I know I work every day.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's giving me anything. So I'm saying you give them a false sense of reality. Until kids see that fast, quick money, I want to be like this, knowing that you got to put work in order to get that. I'm not going to hand you anything in life. It's work.
And that's why I teach my kids that, you know, you have to work for what you want. You know, this society is not going to give you anything.
That's right.
You know, anything for free. If they out here acting a fool and carrying on reality, start guarantee that they are